Hello and welcome to Tea Time, where we bring you some of the most exciting entertainment stories ever. I'm Tokunbo Taiwo and I'm here with Elsie Godwin, Ife Oshunkaye, and today we have a new co-anchor. She's from Edo State and recently came into Nigeria from Australia after having lived in South Africa for some time. And to make matters more interesting, she also bears the name Ife. Let's make welcome Lady Ife Omai. Hi.
Hi. Thank you for having me. Hi. Hello. Good to be on the show.
Good. So tell us a little bit about, your experiences in Australia or South Africa, or, just a one-liner. We haven't got enough time.
It's definitely a good exposure. I mean, traveling is always good exposure. I enjoyed it, definitely. But there's no place like home, I have to say. But you can learn some bits and come and carry back home so we can also...
Wow. And are you looking forward to having some tea?
Definitely. I can't wait. Please, let's get to it.
Okay. All right, let's get right into it. So yesterday, we brought you news on Blac Chyna regarding gaining acceptance into Harvard. The latest twist to that story is that Harvard has actually denied accepting Blac Chyna into its business school online. So
I think we should do this.
We should do this? Why? No, let me dance on your head first before we do this. Let me dance.
Why do you want to? Why do you want to dance?
Let me get the dancing.
What, you don't know the latest dance steps?
Have you seen Tokunbo's?
Exactly. She has no clue what I can do. She's judging a book by a cover.
I think this is
Shaku.
It's throwing back the whole. I said something about a new movement, having to see some of these women that are famous for almost nothing, trying to do things that are intellectually.
She mean famous for almost nothing, though. That's very rude.
I was to say because she was a model, a former stripper,
could have just said
she's an entrepreneur.
They smell nice. You could have just said that.
Oh, wow.
Or they use white delicious. Elsie, carry on, please.
Please, I have finished.
Exactly.
So I was just saying that it is good to see them moving into career lines or doing things that, like Tokunbo would say, intellectually taxing, right? So, but this is...
I mean,
you just have
it's really disappointing. When I saw it online, the first thing that came to my mind was like, Basbos. Yeah. Like, it's one of those things where already you have a bad reputation. I'm going to be honest, like the way Elsie was, like, you are known for nothing. You had a TV show and you're stripping or whatever. Like,
she just said it smell nice.
But what we mean is that what we mean is that your popularity isn't based off talents. Like, usually you get on screen
but she was a model. Former stripper.
And a video
to pose in front of a camera is not really,
it's not really
hardcore talent in the books of arts. Anyone could do that. So I guess it's just really, I don't know why. I read somewhere that the PR actually came to her for this idea, saying that, how about we make you into an online, business Harvard, whatever. And she actually then liked the idea and wanted to personalize it, which sounds kind of crazy because you could have just said that, like,
exactly from the get-go.
So are we saying they forged the letter now?
They did.
It's fake. Some blogs.
You guys are not getting this yet.
Oh, okay.
There's this new thing going on. I think a lot of people got motivated after Josie, man. When you stage your own attack and then you become famous, for the wrong reason.
How would you even relate this to
Wait,
Josie?
I'm getting. Can you just let me land?
Land, because I think sitting in between two ladies is doing your body.
What's claws out.
Go ahead.
Coming from a lady that is trying to drag other women down.
But we're not dragging.
He's not
He's all good. Can you just let me land? Now, why I said they're being motivated or they're being inspired by Josie is because recently we had the case of Josie who staged his own attack, right? It has also been alleged, recently, bam, you're my dear friend, I love you, but your fans are denying that they contributed a car and it was all staged, or they contributed to buy a car.
Wow.
And it was all staged. Wow. Now, that's another thing. That's actually going on in Nigeria. Now, this is a Blac Chyna thing, and they're also denying that they granted the admission. I can't remember the person. E-Money as well said he got a PhD from Unilag, and Unilag posted a denial statement saying that we never gave Imoni any honorary degree to be a doctor or whatever. So I'm saying a lot of people are being inspired by this staging stuff. And right now she's in the news. We're talking about her.
Exactly.
Simi was in the news recently talking about Yahoo Boys, Yahoo Boys. She dropped the album. We're all listening to that album. Now, Naira Marley, who knows if all these things are being staged? Naira Marley and Simi, Naira Marley has dropped Am I a Yahoo Boy? And that's a song that's blowing up as well. So I think this is a way to help your craft right now. If you know how to stage it properly.
I guess at the end of the day, we're in such a shallow era that everything has to do with packaging.
Anyway.
Nah, I think social media has kind of made it worse. That very quick success, like overnight success. So I guess, you know, fake it till you make it. So if Kim is, and I remember watching the show yesterday, and you were saying something about trying to compare them to Kim Kardashian, and I was thinking absolutely, like I think being close to that family, she was once upon a time your sister-in-law or boyfriend-in-law, whatever you want to call it. There's some kind of like comparison, because she wasn't married to Rob, right? There must have been some kind of comparison, like this girl, she's also doing, and Kim started the same way, like it's not like she's you know, so it's like if she can do it, you know,
so can I.
Exactly. So can I. So fake it till you make it. I just didn't think she played the cards right with social media. We can also have access to.
Yeah. All right. I think we said it.
Elsie, do you get my point now?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay. You know what? Yes. Let's move on. Okay. Before we go on a break, let's quickly talk about Elsie's program, which is showing at 12:30 later today. Yes, Tonto DK. I can't even. Yes, exactly. You know what? Instead of me talking,
what part of the interview are you looking forward to?
Before I even talk about it, let's quickly take a look at the clip that we have on Elsie interviewing Tonto DK. Take a look.
I always type in tongues. It's not a new thing anymore.
Yeah,
I speak in tongues. I'm born again.
I understand speaking in tongues, but typing in tongues.
Yes, you can, as long as you can rap in. The worldly people, they rap, right? Skri bam bam bam, skri. What was that? Why you guys write it, right? Okay. So I can speak in tongues.
So you brought up Bobrisky. You're close with Bobrisky.
He's a friend.
Okay, so how is that friendship working out?
He's a friend. It's good friendship.
How deep would you say this piracy issue has gone?
It is so deep that the truth is that the same producers, the same directors, the same marketers are the ones who are also actually pirating the cities. You see, there's a time I overheard a conversation. I didn't know what was going on. I'm not the business side of Nollywood. I don't really care much about it. But I did hear a conversation once between things like this. The producer was like, you know what, instead of them to go and pirate my own movie, let me go and pirate it myself and put it in the market so that if they're not buying the original, they're buying the pirated. We're killing ourselves. We're all fighting for the same thing. It's a circle. We share the same men, the same clothes, the same movies, the same things. So it's a cycle. Why would you want to be friends with someone who wants your life? I'm a woman now. I was a girl before. I have a child. I have businesses. I have over 30 staffs. I have over 3,700 children I pay school fees for. Looking at my journey so far, the only thing that I've done differently was pick a better husband. Pick a better, no, not a better husband. Pick a better father for my son.
Okay, so
You first said the last part hit her hard.
Oh, it did.
It did?
Yeah.
Picking a better father for her husband.
Because you're a grown woman, you can handle a heartbreak, but your poor kid. I think every woman will be able to resonate with that. Like, they're stuck with the crappy father for the rest of their lives.
Okay. Yes. So, Elsie, you were asking,
what part of the interview you're looking forward to?
Yes.
Understanding her angle.
Talking more about, I want to hear what she said about her husband, more info, and the marriage and her journey from being a girl to
a woman.
So all of that.
I'll try not to spill.
You try not to spill.
I think
Elsie, give us some spoilers.
We may likely have a guest this afternoon, telling us about another interview where she actually showed us court documents and she spoke about a lot of things. I'm totally looking forward to that.
Me too.
Okay, on that note, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we'll have more entertainment stories. So that's all taking place right after this break.
we do not understand, we will stigmatize.
What you can see is the remaining of the tanker that exploded.
The suspect equally confessed.
A 500 naira they collect am.
If you no talk, then go beat you.
Now 2,500 they pay.
Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time, and it's time to move on to our next story. R. Kelly loses civil court case after missing a hearing. Okay, so let me come to you, Lady Ife.
Okay, R. Kelly. I feel bad for him. He's been in the spotlight for so long on media through legal battles of sexual assault, and this is just yet another lady. I don't know if you've seen the documentary on R. Kelly, but there was a lot of women there. And it was interesting that this HW woman, reports have it that she wasn't in court.
Yes,
HW. She's not part of that. So I'm just imagining, you know, you have to, I don't want to, you know, be on any side because this hasn't been obviously proven yet. So, but I don't know if this is like a domino effect that everyone is jumping on board saying that he's done something, that she's also coming up to say that, you know, he's done something to her. 1990 is a long time. That was 20 years ago. She's 36 now.
You think she shouldn't have brought it up?
Of course she should have brought it up. Why not? If that is true, he needs to pay
but
for...
You're saying it was so long ago.
Yes, and I don't know why the motivation is now. I don't know if that's what makes
what
it
she means by the domino
like
effect.
speculating that are you just jumping on board because it's a trending thing now?
Like the Me Too movement.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole point of what the Me Too movement was about, to be honest, is that people can now finally speak up. Maybe back then, you know, it wasn't something that a woman could say, like, oh, I've been assaulted, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just saying there could be weed in the goodness of this Me Too movement, and we now have to be careful that we don't, you know, call him out on something that he actually hasn't done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Ife?
Sir.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Okay, so R. Kelly, we've been back and forth on this case. His legal troubles, legal drama, but everything has still been alleged. He is still innocent until proven guilty, right? Even though all fingers may seem to be pointing towards the direction of him being guilty, based on the documentary, Surviving R. Kelly, yes. So,
Michael Jackson.
You know, same thing, same potato. Exactly.
But I mean, if these men are actually doing what they're saying that they're doing, they need to pay for it.
No, that's certainty, and this is like the law of karma. Like, if you're actually guilty, the law of karma will.
Do you know my only beef with this Me Too movement is that it only seems, I know I'm trying to spin racial slurs on it here, but it only seems to be catching the black men.
Oh, come on.
No. What about Harvey Weinstein?
Exactly, and so many other men actually before that. You know what? Before we even go
what
there,
about the guy that was accused by rap? What's his name?
Let me quickly hear from
Okay,
Elsie.
for me, I mean, for this one, he has lost it, so we can say he's guilty on this.
No, not completely. If he has a lawyer that gets involved in the case right now, he hasn't lost the case.
I don't understand.
But he's already lost the civil lawsuit on not showing up.
But
he hasn't been proven guilty.
But if a lawyer gets involved, if he remains silent, then maybe he would be held liable. But if a lawyer gets involved, like right now, it would still be negotiable.
So the part that says the judge will determine how much Kelly should pay in damages next month. Is it damages for not showing up or?
Yeah, for not showing up.
Well, I mean, there's probably also
you're wasting court time and resources. You have to pay for damages for not showing up. You're
to the girl, not to the girl.
No, but if a lawyer should get involved, that's why I said if a lawyer should get involved right now, and they also, because she's just about to put out evidence against him that okay, this was what he did. So if a lawyer should get involved and debunk all those evidence and have and can prove beyond reasonable doubt that the evidence she's bringing right now is false, then it still has a chance. So we shouldn't bring the man down.
Well, I was going to point at that. If that compensation was to go to her, in my mind, I feel like if we're really fighting this sexual harassment and assault, then it should be jail time, not compensation. You know, so yes.
No, regardless of that, she still needs her own compensation at the end of the day.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, but then whatever they decide to compensate her on, that is not my major concern. If you did this, then jail time should be worth.
Yeah, that one will eventually sort itself out.
I think that's what I'm
if he's guilty,
he would pay the price.
Exactly, for the rest of his life.
If you can do the crime,
that's the thing.
You can do the time.
Exactly. So, you have more to say on this before we move on? Final thoughts?
Yeah,
summarize.
I'm good. If you're touching women without their permissions or they are minors, just go to jail. We don't need that in society. That's my final thing on that.
If you're touching women without their permission.
Well, he hasn't. Okay. It's like I sense that you've already judged him before even.
Oh, of course. I mean, I have.
Exactly.
Especially after the documentary.
Exactly.
No,
and all that he says.
Because like it has influence. You don't give them that power.
No.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So are you saying Michael Jackson is guilty?
Exactly.
Michael Jackson has 2 men.
Yeah.
2 men.
Yes.
Claiming that he assaulted them when they were kids.
Yeah.
We have more than 40 women.
Okay, so
on R. Kelly.
Oh, wait, hold on. So you have committed
Okay.
one sin and you've done 20.
No, I'm
Does
just
that make me a
saying
better
one time
man?
is your mistake.
Exactly.
Like
It doesn't make me a
one
better
time is
man.
your mistake, 4 times is your character.
Wow. Okay.
That's my
Okay. Enough said.
Characterized
Our next
Kelly.
story is on Ghanaian actress Haillie Sumney, who warns Nigerians not to affect Ghana with Yahoo. Let me quickly go on to Ife. You know I'm going to come on to you because
But
I don't know.
She needs to just sit down, though.
Yes. Elsie, let Ife say, because I don't know. You see, the reason why I'm coming to Ife first is I don't know if...
because, I mean, we saw a documentary recently
about
and they were dumb enough to go and show their face and show their deals.
And now they actually scam women and they were arrested.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw
Okay,
that.
so Ife, what I wanted to ask is if you know Haillie, you know, when you were in Ghana, if you knew her...
Haillie is an emerging actress, so she's not even like a big deal.
She was actually not even based in Africa.
I only know the big deals, you know.
From what I because from what I know is that she was actually a nurse in America or something. And sounds like a rich kid because then her parents literally created a TV station for her and gave her a program and all of that stuff. So
You don't think she's a self-made?
Nah.
No, but you don't have to be
made.
self-made to talk about Yahoo
Of
because
course.
we've seen a lot of rich kids that is still into internet fraud. That you know they really do not need to do internet fraud for them to be.
But this is not about rich kid or no rich kid. I mean, she's not even saying it is wrong or right. I mean, we all know it is wrong, but she's trying to say Nigerians are going to influence Ghanaians
As if they don't
on
do it in
Yahoo.
Ghana.
And you're already saying that.
And we are saying, no, you guys do it already.
Exactly.
So don't try.
I think that's the biggest problem.
You know what, let me hear from someone who has actually lived in Ghana. Do they do it? Yeah, so that we know for a fact before we even push them.
Okay, so I'm going to put it this way. Internet fraud is everywhere, even in America. It's everywhere. Even when you do the tax evasion thing, it's still fraud. You get, so it's done everywhere. So in Ghana, yes, people do it in Ghana.
So you see,
but wait, why they feel lots of Nigerians do it more is because of our extravagant type of lifestyle. Now, you will see a Nigerian boy that has just $100 in his pocket. But the way he would spend that $100 in a Ghanaian club, you would think he has like $1 million in his bag.
I probably would like feel to disagree.
Much more rampant.
Yeah, because I think Yahoo boys, the whole idea that you make money without working for it, all of them have the same similarities where they spend it.
Ghana boys are stingy.
Majority. And also, apart from that, I think one thing that puts us in a disadvantage is our population. If 10% of Ghanaians are doing fraud and 10% of Nigerians are doing fraud, 10% of Ghanaians is 32 million or whatever.
No, let me
10% of Nigeria is 200 million. So our 10% is a lot more. So it looks blown out of proportion because we're a lot in comparison to Ghana.
Aside that, now coming from somebody that has actually lived there.
By the way, I've lived in Ghana for a year.
I've lived in Ghana for 5 years.
Okay. All right, I'm just saying. I was in Accra for a year. But let's go. Okay.
Actually.
It's not a competition.
Yeah, I know. I'm just telling you that.
Elsie, what do you have to say, please?
Let us watch the Ghanaians.
Let's watch the Ghanaians. Go ahead.
So, at the end of the day, the way Nigerians live their life over there is totally different. So, people tend to look at every successful Nigerian man as a fraudster, or you have an oil well at your backyard. Like, everybody's, as long as you're Nigerian, you're rich. Now, that's the perception they all have. But if you look at it, it's done in Ghana. We can call names. There was a very popular Ghanaian guy that ran mad recently that was shooting in his own home because he was seeing some spirits and they said he was doing juju to get the whole... So it happens in Ghana, it happens everywhere. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, if you're trying to say, oh no, the population of Nigerians doing fraud in Ghana, I ain't gonna lie to you, is way more than the Ghanaians because the security system, you don't go around and then you get SARS officials, so they get to move around with their laptops, they get to do whatever they want, they have 24 hours light, they have this. Like we saw the video of the policeman trying to get into some Nigerian boys claiming they were fraud boys and all of that. And like Elsie said about the documentary as well. So trust me, it's happening in Ghana, but because of our lifestyle, it makes it look worse.
All right, we're leaving that story there because we need to go on a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for a more celebrity drama. Stay right here. You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can live here.
My real names are Akbofiofo Akbolobomemere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom. You know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you have a younger brother.
Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere.
It feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We're swiftly moving on to our next story. Bold Pink mocks actor IK Ogbonna after a 7-day ultimatum expired. And Burna Boy says, if anything happens to Bold Pink, I have nothing to do with it. Elsie, I want to come on to you first.
Yeah, I love that disclaimer. I mean, she's stepping on so many people's toes. So when they decide to come after her, they won't say it's the guy with the tattoo and the one that smoke. I mean, we know how to profile people by how you think they look.
Especially
and all
with
that.
Burna Boy's experience with Mr. Tuke.
Yeah, so I like that disclaimer. It was important. But then let's talk about what Bold Pink said about Burna Boy. What do you think, Ife?
About the
Coachella I think, see, look, first of all, we're giving this Bold Pink lady too much attention.
I agree.
Yeah, because she's not even
she's
that
wannabe,
relevant.
isn't she?
Number one, if she's even smart and intelligent and you have to even come on social media to talk about things or make very strong allegations against people, then you have to be smart and have all the information. All the while, Burna Boy came out to talk about his Coachella and his name printed in small fonts. He never said, I'm not attending Coachella because you guys put my name like that. He never mentioned that. He was just upset and he's saying, I'm an African giant, like you guys can't put my name in small letters. That was all he was saying. No, but she was saying, you said you are not going. So why are you there? Why did you go? Do you understand?
But it seems like her blogging is about that, to exaggerate a situation and go really bizarre.
No, let's not make it her blogging. I think that's just how her brain works, and she's bold enough to put it out there.
A brain? You think she has a brain?
Trying to be...
I think Elsie is even nice. She thinks she has a brain.
Well, I think She's not a star. It's just she just needs to be.
Wanna be.
You
That's
can
why
see that she doesn't have a lot of.
I think she has a mouth.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have a brain.
You know when you have bad attitude and then
she does have
it becomes your brand.
I think one of them actually need to make an example.
But do you know what I like about Burna Boy? Burna Boy doesn't just waste time. He just tells you that in case anything happens, even if it's involved, he's dropped the disclaimer. And we all know how crazy Burna Boy can be. Which is why I'm telling everybody, please leave Naira Marley alone. Naira Marley is a crazy man. Naira Marley has been in and out of jail in the UK.
But that doesn't mean he's above the law.
No, I'm not saying he's above the law. He's a crazy man. Just leave him alone because you don't know what these guys can be up to. Burna Boy has also had criminal cases in the UK before he came to Nigeria to become a superstar. He just recently got accepted back in the UK. So leave these guys alone. So I like the fact that he's putting the disclaimer out there. And I like the fact that this guy, what's his name? IK Ogbonna. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I said IK Ogbonna, sorry.
Okay, can we talk about that?
Let's talk about
IK Ogbonna said he has been sipping his drink.
Why did he file a suit against this girl and gave her 7 days to apologize and take it back?
And now he's sipping. He just notified.
No, there was a legal statement.
Yes, but it wasn't a suit. He was like, if she doesn't.
Because
that's what she's calling his bluff now, you know, based on him not reacting 7 days after. So that's the thing. He just notified her that, you know, if, you know, you do not make the apology or was it retract your statements, then within 7 days,
and
blah,
then
blah,
she
blah.
has not.
Exactly. Has passed. And that's what she's saying.
I don't know why he did that. Like, why would you make that claim if you're not going to back it up?
He has been sipping his drink for 7 days. Don't you guys wait for the drink to set so let's see what happens.
I think he thought that bluff was going to make her GG and
But did you guys see what she did after she saw his post?
What did she do? The gun.
She pulled out a gun and then she was counting a bullet, counting a bullet, counting a bullet.
That was crazy.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
We shouldn't even be talking about her. I feel like we're giving her too much attention.
Yeah, you know what? Next time, let's move on. We don't even want anything to do with her. What's her name now?
It depends on who she drives and how juicy it is.
What's her name?
Who are we talking about?
Elsie. Do you remember her name?
I don't know.
Let's ask Elsie. Maybe Elsie.
What's the opposite of bold?
Oops.
Seeming pink.
Okay, let's see. Are we rounding up or should we touch on something else or what do we want to do?
What do you want to touch on?
I mean, the most recent stuff is Taylor Swift has finally broken her silence. I'm got a new song called Me. Very self-centered, I must say, but that's the name. So people are really anticipating that. Taylor Swift is pretty big. Like, all her hits have... All her songs have always been
numerous awards, you know, and we know from her all of her heartbreaks. But let's not go there.
And then Michael Madsen just lost a gig to $100,000 because of DUI charges.
And Elsie, what just happened? Or you're going to keep quiet? You know what? That's where we're going to wrap up on Tea Time this morning. Join us this afternoon for another exciting episode of the program. Until then, a big thank you to my co-anchors, both of the Ifes and Elsie, the entire production team, and our stylist, Curtis Empire and Liz Harrison. I'm Tokumbo Taiwo saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you later this afternoon.